It'll be number 2, Chad Cannonen, a 6'1 sophomore out of Roy, Montana. Number 5 will be Derek Graves, a 6'3 junior out of Cheyenne, Wyoming. Number 23 will be Taylor Longo, a 6'1 junior from Littleton, Colorado. Number 30, the player of the week for the last 2 weeks in the Frontier Conference, Rob Neby, a 6'5 senior out of Plentywood, Montana. And number 40, the big guy in the middle, is Ben Moorkirky, a 6'7 senior from Conrad, Montana. Head coach Bill Drykosen, assisted by Denver Cobb, James Bullock, Len Wilkins, and Niall Finney. Jesse, I'm ready for a wild one here tonight. I think this is going to be a good contest between these two teams, too. I think it's going to be huge for the Battlin Bears to jump out early on Tech here. And it'll be Engstrom jumping center against Moorkirky. As the student section is hopping tonight, Jesse.
Yeah, pretty loud tonight. Should be good, should be entertaining from both the basketball standpoint and a crowd standpoint.
And Tech's going to control the tip. And it will be Coates setting things up out on top. Bears going man-to-man here to start this thing. And that's going to be Vining taking it to the hole. And it's going to come out blocked, and it'll come out the long goal. Bears in their gray uniforms, black numbers, green trim. And it's Cannonen 3 from the top of the key. No good. Rebound Engstrom. Engstrom is going to get it out to Coates. Coates quickly up the left side all the way to the hole with the runner. It's good. As Coates goes coast to coast for 2. And Tech on top, 2-0. Neby goes to Graves. Graves has it out on top. He'll take it down. Nobody picks him up, takes it to the hole, can't finish. And the rebound comes out to Jens Jr. Jens has it on the far side. Now goes back on top to Coates. Coates has it, goes to Vining. Vining with the basketball. Vining will hand off to Goldseth. Goldseth goes into the high post, turnaround jumper. Jens Jr., no good. Rebound, Moorkirky. Moorkirky will get it to Longo, and Longo will bring it up the right side for the Bears. Not much patience on offense by either team. And Engstrom with a huge block on Longo. And he comes down with the basketball. He'll get it to Coates. Coates will set it up. As he walks it up the floor, he's picked up by Longo. Goes to Engstrom. Free throw line jumper by Engstrom. Misses the rim, hits the backboard. No good. And Graves comes down with the loose basketball. Graves tries to penetrate. Nowhere to go. Kicks it to Cannonen. Cannonen three-pointer. This one off as well. We got a whistle and a foul underneath.
I think both teams got amped up for this one, and like you said, neither team very patient as Engstrom picks up his first personal, but neither team very patient, not getting through their sets, kind of forcing the ball a little bit, so we'll see what they get. Here's Rocky, picks up their first blob play.
And they get it into Moorkirky to Graves. Graves has it out on top. They swing it to Longo. Longo three-pointer, right side, no good. Longo comes flying in for the rebound. He'll pick up the foul. And that'll be the first foul on him as well as team foul on the Battlin Bears. Tech on top, 2-0, 18:07 to go, just underway here in the first half. Tech basketball in the backcourt as Coates will bring it up. Coates up the left side. Hands it off to Jens Jr., goes to Goldseth. Goldseth to Vining. Back to Coates. Coates penetrates. 7-foot jumper side. No good. Rebound Moorkirky. To Cannonen. Cannonen will bring it up the right side. Crosses over in the middle of the floor. Free throw line. Nowhere to go. Gets it to Graves. Graves kicks it back out to Cannonen on the perimeter. 18 on the shot clock. Moorkirky to Cannonen. Cannonen finds Moorkirky underneath, and Moorkirky's fouled by Vining. And Moorkirky will go to the line to shoot 2.
Yeah, great look by Cannon in there, coming off the screen. Moorkirky figuring out his footwork, coming off that screen, diving straight down the lane. Got a good pass from Cannon and went up strong. Now he goes to the line after Vining picks up his first person.
And Moorkirky sure dunked on that one. Probably a good foul by Vining on that one. 17-31. Moorkirky can tie this up with 2 free throws. The first one is up and good.
Moorkirky, a season 71% free throw shooter so far as he hits that first.
Ben taking his time there, eyes it up, puts it up. It's in and out, no good. Rebound comes down to Jens Jr. Jens has it, goes to Coates. Coates will bring it up. Coates to Goldseth. Goldseth hands off to Vining. Vining swings it around to Coates. Coates. Bears in a 2-3 zone defense here. As they started out man, switched to 2-3. Engstrom has it, tries to go at the hole. And we got a foul. Is going to go against Moorkirky, I believe. They're going to say it's on the drive, but it'll be Tech basketball underneath their own basket. 17:08 to go in the first half. Tech on top by 1, 2-1. Coates will inbound the basketball, gets it to Vining. Vining penetrates, 17-footer left side, good. As Vining gets the inbounds pass, Rob Neeby's been quiet thus far. 4-1, Tech on top. Longo with the basketball. Graves with the basketball, goes to Cannon. Cannon to Neeby. There's Neeby for three. Deep in and out, no good. Rebound fought for Engstrom. Out muscles Moorkirky on that one. As Goldseth will bring it up across the timeline. Hands off to Coates. Coates goes to Vining. Vining will give it to Jens Jr. as he penetrates, gets in the paint, comes up over Moorkirky. Rebound fought for, I believe it's going to be off of Tech. As Betcher and Stoltz come in for the Battlin Bears, he'll replace Moorkirky. And who else went out? Graves went out. Moorkirky and Graves sit down as Neeby will bring the basketball up. He's picked up by Jens. They swing it around. This is Betcher on the left side. Betcher with the basketball goes back to Longo. Longo wants to go baseline. Does. He's going to lose it out of bounds. It'll be off of Longo. As Engstrom step in, playing help defense there. Force that turnover to the Diggers. 16-15 here in the first half. Tech on top, 4-1. Coates will bring it up on the left side. Diggers in their green uniforms with gray numbers, white trim. Jens has it. Guarded out there by Cannon, and goes up. Shots no good. Engstrom with the big rebound. He goes up in. Engstrom. A force on the boards here early in this ball game. 6-1. Tech on top of Rocky. Longo to Cannon. Stoltz with it in the high post. Turns around. Puts up the 17-footer. Betcher with the rebound. Kicks out to Longo. Longo will set things up out on top for the Battlin Bears. They go to Neeby to Cannon on the right side. Cannon has it. Out to Betcher. High post. Stoltz. Betcher wide open underneath. Nobody sees him. Cannon with the three-pointer. He buries it. Chad Cannon out of Winifred, Montana. It's 6-4. Tech on top of Rocky. Coates with the basketball on the far side. Coates goes to Vining. Vining has a two-pointer in the ball game. Now they go inside. Now back out to Coates. Shot. Engstrom outside. No good. Rebound fought for. Vining underneath. He goes up over Stoltz. It's good. 8-4 Tech. 14-47. Longo will bring it up the left side. Now crosses over in the middle of the floor. Goes to Cannon. Cannon to Betcher. Betcher with the basketball. Finds Neeby on the backdoor cut. Neeby baseline jumpers blocked by Jens. And it's going to be Goldseth coming back the other way. Takes it to the hole. He's fouled by Stoltz. As Joel's going to pick up the foul. The basket's going to count by Goldseth. 10-4. Tech on top of Rocky.
Tech playing physical. Sorry to interrupt, Bob. Tech playing physical defense right now. Jens Jr. doing a fantastic job on Rob Neeby thus far. And Tech really taking it to the basket, number one. Getting offensive rebounds. Paul Engstrom's looked good underneath. Good defense by him. So Rocky struggling to kind of keep up with this pace, number one, but also the physicality underneath.
Yeah, I think Engstrom has really set the pace underneath with his physicality. Free throw's no good, but it's going to come out to Goldseth on the long rebound. He goes to Jens, far side to Coates. Coates skip pass to Goldseth. They get it in the post. Okiki. That's I knew what I had to say. I just couldn't get it out. Okiki into the game on that last dead ball. Longo with it to Cannon. 14:04 here in the first half. Cannon penetrates on Okiki, and there's going to be a whistle and a foul. And they're called on the floor, I believe. It'll be Rocky basketball underneath the basket. Williams comes in, a 6'1 junior out of Missouri City, Texas. A couple players out of Missouri City, Texas on this ball club. Longo will inbound the basketball. Under his own basket for the Bears goes to Nebe. Three-pointer right side. Front iron, no good. And Longo goes up, gets the rebound. Longo round to Cannon. Cannon penetrates. Kicks out to Longo, round to Stoltz. Stoltz has it, takes it to the hole right at Engstrom, puts it up, in and out, no good. Rebound comes down to Okiki. And Coates will bring it up across the timeline. 10-4, Tech on top, 13:33 to go in this first half. Jens comes around, they get it to Williams on the far side. Williams back to Jens, now inside Okiki. Kicks out, Coates with the basketball. Coates, 17-footer off the glass, no good. Nebe gets the rebound for the Battlin Bears. Quickly out the floor to Cannon. Cannon back to Longo, back to Cannon. Nebe kicks it back out. Cannon on top, 17 seconds on the shot clock. Taylor Longo with the basketball. Nebe penetrates, nothing there. Stoltz, three-pointer, top of the key, off the front back iron, no good. Rebound comes down to Tech. 10-4, Tech has the basketball in the lead. 12:47 to go here in the first half. Williams with the basketball. Hands it off to Jens. Jens now to Coates on the left side. Hands it to Okiki. Back to Williams. Engstrom in the middle. Rocky in his 2-3 zone defense. And the ball's on the floor. We're going to have a tie-up. Jump ball's going to favor Rocky. 12:26 to go here in the first half. Montana Tech 10, Rocky 4. We'll be back in 1 minute.
Montana Sportscast is proud to be the voice of Rocky Mountain College Battlin Bears football, as well as Rocky Mountain College Battlin Bears men's and women's basketball. Join us this fall on game day from Herd Quint Field as we bring you tailgate talk beginning at 11 a.m. with our pregame show at 12:30 and kickoff at 1 p.m. That's the Rocky Mountain College Battlin Bears on Montana Sportscast, a winning combination. Montana Sportscast is proud to be the voice of Rocky Mountain College Battlin Bears football, as well as Rocky Mountain College Battlin Bears men's and women's basketball. Join us this fall on game day from Herd Quint Field as we bring you tailgate talk beginning at 11 a.m. with our pregame show at 12:30 and kickoff at 1 p.m. That's the Rocky Mountain College Battlin Bears on Montana Sportscast, a winning combination.
$12:26 to go here in the first half. Tech on top of Rocky. 10-4. Frontier Conference action. It's Rocky basketball in the backcourt. Betcher will inbound the ball.
Bob, you talked about at the beginning of the game, Rocky needed to get out to a good start. The opposite has happened. Rob Nebe getting all he can handle from Jens Jr., who's locked in defensively on him. So Rockies might have to look somewhere else here for the next couple of minutes for their offense.
And Longo will bring it up to 4 for the Battlin Bears. Goes to Tegan Johnson into the game at that last dead ball. Nebe with it. And we got a whistle away from the ball here, I believe. It's going to go up against Vining. Lucas Vining picks up his second personal foul. And Jens comes back in. It'll be Longo inbounding the ball underneath his own basket for the Battlin Bears as they get it in deep to Tegan Johnson. Now backdoor cut to Nebe, and Nebe tries to go to Betcher on the baseline, out of bounds. Bears just totally out of sync here, right here in this first half.
And it's almost like Tech's kind of making them play left-handed. Usually, especially the games we've watched, Bob, Nebe gets off really quick. He starts going pretty quick right off the game, and that hasn't happened, so Rocky having to adjust.
And I think you got to give Jin some credit for that.
Oh, yeah.
He's playing pretty good defense on him, as that one's going to be knocked out of bounds. It'll stay with Tech. Tech will inbound the basketball in the front court as Jins will inbound it on the far side. Gets it into Engstrom. Engstrom with it out in front. Goes to Williams. Far side to Coates. Coates with it. Okiki, free throw line jumper, no good. And the rebound comes down to Longo of the Battlin Bears. Longo will bring it up across the timeline, left side. Taylor penetrates, nearly loses it. Now he's going to be fouled. As Williams picks up the personal foul, that's his first foul. 5 team fouls on Tech, 3 on Rocky. 11:39 to go here in the first half. John Chapman coming into the game for Coates. Chapman, a 6'2 sophomore out of Frenchtown, Montana. Longo looking to inbound the ball, goes to Moorkirky, hands it back to Taylor Longo. To Tegan Johnson. Betcher to Johnson. Hands it off. Longo out on top. Penetration, and he's going to be down, and we got a jump ball as Longo lost his footing, and Williams tied it up. As Derek Graves will come in for Taylor Longo.
Tech definitely the aggressor in this game so far. They're getting to the loose balls on the ground. They're the ones that are attacking the rim. Rocky kind of feeling it out still. They haven't been as aggressive. They're settling for outside shots.
And Williams will run the point. Out here with Chapman. Okiki, free throw line jumper. No good. Rebound, Betcher. Betcher gets it to Graves. And the Battlin Bears bring it up across the timeline. Graves penetrates, now pops out left side. This is Nebe. Nebe, top of the key, nowhere to go, back to Graves. Graves, spin move in the paint, goes up. 8-footer, can't finish it. Okiki with Williams with the rebound. Williams comes up the left side. Tosses it back to Jins Jr., and he's going to be whistled for carrying the ball. Turnover to the Battlin Bears as Chad Cannon comes back into the ball game as he'll replace Danny Betcher.
I'd look for Cannon in here to get an open look. He's the guy that's hit your 3 already. Try to get him going and carry you here in the first half of this opening.
Graves goes to Nebe. Nebe with it out on top. Hands off to Cannon. Cannon to Graves. Graves, top of the key. 3-pointer. Back iron, no good. And it's Tegan Johnson running down the loose ball. Hits the backdoor cut to Nebe. There you go, Robbie Nebe. Nice pass by Tegan Johnson. Maybe that'll get Rob going here. 10-6, Tech on top. 10:15 to go in the first half. Tech has the basketball on the far side with Williams. Williams looking for a screen out there as Chapman, Williams, and the shot in the corner put up by Jins Jr. No good. Graves runs down a loose ball for the Battlin Bears. Graves gets a big screen from Moorkirky. Tegan Johnson penetrates wide open underneath. Good drive and penetration by Tegan Johnson. 10-8. Tech. 9:40 to go. Williams will bring it up for Tech. Rocky staying in this 2-3 zone defense. Jins Jr. Okiki has it. Now they drop down in the corner to Johnson. Or Chapman, excuse me. Williams with it out on top. Gets a screen, penetrates, takes it up, shoots it over Moorkirky. And Moorkirky gets the rebound. It's going to be knocked out of bounds off of Williams.
Moorkirky's been huge for Rocky so far underneath. He's already got 2 block shots. He just changed the shot on that floater. He's a big defensive problem for Tech right now.
As Graves brings it up, goes to Nebe. They get it to Tegan Johnson. Johnson goes to Graves, baseline jumper, back iron, back out, no good. Rebound comes up. Chapman has it up to the 4. Chapman goes to Jins Jr. Jins with it. And it's going to be Graves with the steal. Graves has a chance for the breakaway. And he goes up, lays it nice off the glass. 4-2. 10-10, our first tie of the ball game. 8:43 to go here in the first half. We're going to have a timeout. 8:40 to go in the first half. Tied 10-10. We'll be back in 1 minute.
Okay, kiddo, hold your fishing pole like this. What does opportunity look like? Opportunity seizes the moment, knows timing is everything, and doesn't expect an open window to stay open forever. Opportunity knows some things just can't be planned, and can't be missed either. First Interstate Bank. That's what opportunity looks like. Member FDIC. Equal housing lender. I hear there are certain wisdoms we were raised on. Like patience is a virtue. Not that a necessity. And because necessity is the mother of invention, First Interstate Bank is coming away from your life. Transfer funds and check balances from your phone, anytime, anywhere, and keep making progress, even if you aren't really moving. First Interstate Bank. Neighbors helping neighbors in the place we call home. Remember FDIC. Equal housing lender.
8:40 to go here in the first half from the Fortin Center, Rocky Mountain College, First Interstate Bank Court. This is Bob Ritter along with Jesse Brocksmith. Want to welcome all our listeners at KBOW in Butte tonight, as well as KVRM 104.5 here in Billings, Montana, on Rocky Mountain College's very own radio station. It'll be Tech inbounding the ball right in front of us, and they get it into Coates. Coates will set things up, 20 on the shot clock. Coates goes far side to Chapman. Now they get it inside. Okeke with it, back out to Jins. Jins, 16-foot jump shot, no good. Okeke goes up and gets the rebound. Ball's on the floor, ran down by Tegan Johnson. Johnson will bring it up for the Battlin Bears. Out to Betcher. Betcher comes back in for Neby at that timeout. Chad Cannon with the basketball. Goes down the left side. Into Moorkirky. Moorkirky going against number 42, Dummer in there. Carson Dummer. A 6'8 redshirt freshman out of Helena. It'll be Rocky basketball. Graves will inbound it. We're tied at 10 apiece. 8:05 to go here in the first period. A low-scoring contest. Tegan Johnson gets it in, or gets the inbounds pass near the half-court line. Wants to penetrate, takes the ball at the hole, can't finish, and the loose ball is going to come out. It's Coates quickly up the right side for Tech. Takes it all the way at the hole, it's up and good. As that is the second time Jalen Coates has went coast to coast for two. As Graves comes back for the Battlin Bears. Tech on top, 12-10. 7:39 to go in the first half. Cannon penetrates, step back, 7-footer, no good. Rebound fought for, and it's going to be Chapman coming out of there with it. Chapman to Okeke. Okeke with the easy layup, as Coach Drykosen can't be happy about that. Breakdown in defense there as Tech takes a 14-10 lead with 7:17 to go here. And it's going to be stolen by Chapman. And Chapman gets the easy layup at the other end as well. 16-10. Tech on top. Graves with the basketball. 7 minutes to go here in the first half. Graves goes far side to Cannon. Cannon penetrates, free throw, throws it up, the loose one, and it's Moorkirky puts it down on the two-handed slam on the putback. As Coates comes back, 16-12. Tech on top. Okeke gets the ball high post, goes to the basket. He's going to be fouled by Moorkirky. That'll be 2 on Moorkirky. Jesse, I think it could be important here. Moorkirky's got to stay out of foul trouble in this ball game.
Yeah, I think that's huge. He's been patrolling the pivot point in that 2-3 zone very well so far in this game. Losing him is going to put a lot of pressure, number one, on Stoltz inside. Danny Betcher inside, the young guy. They're going to have to step up defensively. Is this an athletic team inside, especially Okeke taking his first free throw? So look for Tech to expose that.
And coming into the game for the Bears is Longo, Stoltz, and Nebe. And we got Goldseth coming back in for Tech. And who else? I thought there was one more for Tech. Maybe not. Doesn't look like it. Okiki at the line for his second free throw. Tech on top, 17-12, 6:39 to go here in the first half. Okiki off the back iron. And it's Dummer with the rebound. Puts it up, no good. Nebe comes down with the board. Rob dribbles up the middle of the floor. Hands back to Graves. Graves with the basketball. Out in front. Tech man-to-man defense. We got a quick whistle and a foul there, as that foul's going to go against Chapman.
And that's what I think Rocky needs, a little bit more of that. A lot of more dribble penetration. They're not spacing the floor very well either.
That's the big thing, I think, Jesse. I was going to mention that. Spacing's terrible.
And you're going to get a lot more of those open driving lanes if instead of you standing at the 19, 20-foot mark, you stand out at the 22, 23-foot mark. And so if there is help, you can step into those threes. It makes things a lot easier, number one, on the ball handler and the shooter. So the spacing's got to be figured out for Rocky here as Tech keeps packing it in defensively.
And the referees having a little chat here at the scorer's table. I think it's whether it's a 1-and-1 or not. I think Coach O'Haron was questioning that, but it is. Derek Graves at the line. The first one no good. And the rebound is going to go off of Rocky. 17-12. Tech on top of Rocky. 6:24 to go here in the first half. Tech has the lead and the basketball. Coates brings it up across the timeline. Rocky gone back to a man-to-man. No, they're staying in that 2-3 zone. They just extend it with those guards. As Tech tries to go inside, it's knocked loose. Graves comes up with a loose basketball. Graves takes it up the middle, kicks it to Longo. Longo, big screen out on top. Tries to go to Stoltz, nothing there. Nebe has it in the paint. Turnaround jumper finds Tegan Johnson underneath, but it's going to be out of bounds off of Tech. Tech doing a great job defensively against Rob Nebe here. We got a timeout on the floor. 5:52 to go in the first half. 17-12 Tech. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
Montana Sportscast is proud to be the voice of Rocky Mountain College Battlin Bears football, as well as Rocky Mountain College Battlin Bears men's and women's basketball. Join us this fall on game day from Hood Clint Field as we bring you tailgate talk beginning at 11 a.m. with our pregame show at 12:30 and kickoff at 1 p.m. That's the Rocky Mountain College Battlin Bears on Montana Sportscast, a winning combination.
17-12, Tech on top of Rocky. 5:52 to go here in the first half. Neither one of these teams act like they want to score a lot of points tonight. Longo to inbound the basketball. Goes to Nebe. Nebe penetrates, gets it in the paint, puts up the floater off the glass. Nebe for two. 17-14, Tech on top. Vining getting set to come back into the ball game on the next dead ball for Tech. Chapman, they get it into Jins Jr. and he takes it to the hole. It's good. 19-14. Graves with the basketball for the Battlin Bears. Picked up out there by Peterson. Longo with it on the far side. Longo goes baseline, and he's going to be fouled. And Taylor Longo will go up the line to shoot a 1-and-1 as the 8th team foul on Montana Tech. Chad Cannon comes in for Tegan Johnson.
On the other side for Tech, now it's Ingram, the big man in the middle with two fouls. So he goes out. Both teams without their starting centers. Okiki going to have to man the middle inside, and Stoltz so far doing a pretty good job on that first possession after Moorkirky went out. He got a steal. It turned into 2 points for Rocky on the other end.
Taylor Longo at the line for the Bears. First one up and good. 19-15, 5:15 to go here in the first half. Stick with us at halftime after the stats, or after the first break. We will interview new head football coach Jason Petrino. Second free throw by Longo's up and good. 16-19. Tech on top of Rocky. Coates with the basketball. Goes to Vining. Vining has it. Back out to Goldseth. Coates kicks it to Jins Jr. Shot no good. Rebound Nebe. Pace has slowed down considerably here than what it was to start here of this ball game. Graves with it out on top. They go right side to Longo. Longo gets a screen out there. Finds Stoltz. Stoltz, 12-foot jumper, no good. Rebound comes down to Okiki. Okiki gets it out to Goldseth. Goldseth, far side to Coates. Coates looking for a screen, now takes it to the hole, and it's a floater up and good by Coates. 21-16, Tech over Rocky. 4:26 to go in the first half. Longo goes to Cannon. Cannon muscles his way to the hole and gets it to fall. 21-18. Tech up by 3. Coates comes back down the right side. Vining has it, goes Goldseth, Coates. Goldseth, Vining has it, goes baseline, puts up the floater, no good. We got a whistle. And the foul's going to go against Rob Nebe.
Yeah, so far, Rocky again struggling with a very quick point guard. Coates has 6 points so far, and on the other end, Tech, Chad Cannon starting to heat up. He hit that 3 early. He just muscled in for that layup. And he's not a guy, if you're a Montana Tech fan, he's not a guy you want to get going because he'll hurt you from deep.
And Vining misses that first free throw. Student section all over him on this end. Second one's up and good. Longo with the basketball on the inbounds pass. 3:52 to go. 22-18. Tech on top of Rocky. Graves with the basketball on the right side. They go to Nebe. Nebe has that on top. Guarded by Williams. Pulls up. Long shot. In and out. No good. As that one was 3/4 of the way down. Came back out. As Coates comes back the other way. Okiki in the high post. Coates penetrates. Nothing there. Vining. Vining will bring it back out on top. Goes to Goldseth. Goldseth far side to Jins Jr. Okiki. Nowhere to go. Hands it to Jins Jr. Back to Okiki. Okiki loses it to Longo. Longo heads up the floor. He's going to be fouled by Coates.
Yeah, Longo, good action there to get that steal. Okiki kind of out of his element there on the baseline, trying to make something happen. And Tech is better when they can reverse the ball. If they bring the ball from one side to the other, get Rocky out of position, that's going to open up driving lanes for them. But so far, that last possession, they just kept it on one side, turned the ball over. Longo made a good play. Now he's at the line for 2.
And Longo with the free throws up and good. Yeah, Jesse, I think that Tech needs a little high-low action as well inside on that 2-3 zone. Longo set for his second free throw. That one is good. 22-20. Tech on top of Rocky here with 3:12 to go. Coates will bring it up the right side for the Diggers. Takes it back to the middle of the floor. Coates no hurry to do anything as Goldseth has it on the right side. Now they take it to Williams on top. Williams will dribble down, hand it off to Coates. 9 on the shot clock. Coates pulls up, 15-foot runner, no good. Rebound Nebe. Rob Nebe coming back the other way, dribbling through traffic, gets it to Longo to Betcher, and Betcher's going to be whistled for the travel.
Yeah, the right idea by Betcher. Good look by Longo as they tried to push that ahead. Betcher had the lane, maybe a little out of his element there as he had to take one dribble to get to the lane. But right now, Rocky, 2:39 left, down 2. Tech has 9 team fouls. Keep being aggressive, take it to the lane. If nothing else, get to the line.
And Coates will bring it up for Tech. Jins Jr. with it out on top. Now they come right side to Williams. Jins Jr. inside, 17-foot elbow jumper, no good. And it's Longo with the long rebound. Longo brings it up, across the timeline. 2:13 to go in the first half. They go to Graves on the right side. Graves goes baseline. Betcher on the cut. And Betcher goes up. The left-hander can't finish, but he follows, and he's going to be fouled on the putback. And Danny Betcher will go to the line to shoot a couple. He can tie this ball game up with these 2 free throws. The foul's going to go against Williams. That'll be his second personal foul. 10 team fouls on the Diggers. Danny Betcher, the freshman out of Billings West. 6'7" left-hander. In and out, no good. Betcher gets the basketball. Eyes it up. It is in and out, no good. Rebound comes down to Jens Jr. as Coates has it. Coates goes over to get instruction from Coach O'Haron. Brings it down. 150 to go in the first half. 14 on the shot clock. Goldseth has it, takes it to the hole. Shots up, no good. Graves comes down with the loose ball. Needs to take care of the basketball. He does. As he gets it back, Longo wanting the basketball. Graves with it out front. Graves. Longo for 3. It's good. Taylor Longo hits a deep three-pointer from the corner. But it's Colts coming right back the other way. And we got the shot clock a-rocking. Tech wanting goaltending on this one. They're going to get goaltending. The foul's going to go against Taylor Longo. And there was 2 or 3 Battlin Bears on the rim on that one as Coates just ran by everybody.
And that's got to be disappointing for Rocky. Taylor Longo hits a long 3. That's a good sign for him. And then you're late getting back. You got to get back. And after a made 3, missed 3, doesn't matter. And now Taylor Longo's got 2 personals. He comes out. Tech still with the lead as Coates misses his and one opportunity.
And Tegan Johnson just into the game for Rocky. Gets the rebound. Gets it off to Graves. Williams back into the game as well. And the shot put up by Cannon and no good. And it's going to be out of bounds off of Tech. 24-23. Tech on top of Rocky. 60 seconds to go here in the first half. Just a reminder, we will interview head football coach Jason Petrino here at halftime of the men's game. Tegan Johnson inbounding for the Battlin Bears. Gets it in long to Graves. Graves has it. Out on top, 26 on the shot clock, 55 on the game clock. And it's going to be Johnson penetrating. He's going to be fouled. Foul's going to go against Jaden Coates. 5'9" sophomore out of Sacramento, and he's got some wheels, folks.
Yeah, he's got 8 points so far. He's definitely controlling the pace, but he's been pretty smart about choosing when he's going to go full out and pedal to the metal and when he's going to slow up and try to execute.
And Tegan Johnson's first free throw is going to be off. He can tie this game up with this one as Tech is on top. 24-23, 51.6 seconds to go here in the first half. Johnson off the glass. Used it all that time. He smiles coming back. He and Cannon laughing at each other. 24-24 tied up. 46 seconds to go here in the first half. Williams with the basketball for Tech on the right side. They got Jens at the high post. Jens goes to Williams. Williams penetrates, gets in the paint, and we're going to say there's a foul inside. It's going to go against the Battlin Bears. It's going to go against Rob Neby. That'll be his second personal foul. 33.8 seconds to go here in the first half as Williams can go to the line and give the Diggers the lead. 24-24 our score.
The 3 leading scorers for Rocky the last time Tech and the Bears met are in foul trouble. Moorkirky with 2, Neby with 2, Longo with 2. So big development there for Rocky. They're going to have to survive not only the rest of this first half, but early in the second half with their 3 studs in foul trouble.
Williams at the line. Williams puts it up and good. And Tech takes a 25-24 lead, 33 seconds to go here in the first half. Cannon has it, goes to Johnson, around to Nebe. Nebe has it on the left side perimeter. Now comes back to the middle four, hands off to Graves. Stoltz, high post. Back to Tegan Johnson. Johnson wanting to penetrate. Graves has a chance to penetrate, doesn't do it, goes to Cannon. Chad bumps off, no good. Rebound, Okiki. Okiki gets it to Williams. Williams brings it up hard, goes to Goldseth, and Goldseth shot at the buzzer's good. As Goldseth hits a three-pointer at the buzzer, it's good. And Tech is going to go in the locker room with a 28-24 lead here at halftime. We'll be back in 3 minutes.
Okay, kiddo, hold your fishing pole like this. Hey, good.
What does opportunity look like? Opportunity seizes the moment, knows timing is everything, and doesn't expect an open window to stay open forever.
Dad, I got a bite!
Opportunity knows some things just can't be planned, and can't be missed either.
Whoa, that's a big one!
First Interstate Bank. That's what opportunity looks like. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Out here, there are certain wisdoms we were raised on. Like patience is a virtue. Make that a necessity. And because necessity is the mother of invention, First Interstate Bank is proud to offer mobile banking. Transfer funds and check balances from your phone, anytime, anywhere, and keep making progress, even if you aren't really moving. First Interstate Bank. Neighbors helping neighbors in the place we call home. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Nothing like a cold bottle of Mountain Dew.
Calculating route. At the next stop, take a hard right.
Okay.
Turn up the radio.
You want me to do?
Louder.
Okay.
Louder. Louder. Much better. Rustle your hair and untuck that shirt.
All right.
Wink at the redhead in the next lane.
Oh, hi there.
Take another big sip of Mountain Dew. Downshift and gun it.
Okay.
You've arrived at the mountain.
Directions are different on the mountain. Mountain Dew. It's different on the mountain.
Just a reminder that Montana Sportscast now has podcasts. Tom Kurtz and Bob Ridrock will host a Frontier Conference podcast on Wednesday evenings. Those podcasts can be found on our website. If you go to the Game Central tab and click on demand, you'll see our Frontier Conference podcast there. We will also have some podcasts as we get into the high school playoff seasons throughout the season. This fall will be volleyball and football. In the wintertime, it'll be basketball. And in the spring, we'll talk a little bit about some track as well. Once again, on Montana Sportscast, you can also listen to live coverage of the Battlin Bears of Rocky Mountain College football and men's and women's basketball. You can also catch that action on Rocky's new radio station, KVRM, FM 104.5 on the campus of Rocky Mountain College. And welcome back to the Fortin Center, campus of Rocky Mountain College. We got head football coach. Gosh, it's nice saying that. Head football coach Jason Petrino. Jason, once again, welcome to the Bear family, and good to see you here. And what do you think of the atmosphere at the basketball games? You were here Thursday night, 2 great games, and then here tonight, another great games and great crowd.
Unbelievable. It is. Love the interaction with students on campus. I know there's some student athletes in there, but just both coaches, Coach Keller, Billy D, they do a great job. I'm excited to get along with them, learn from them. You know, that's the thing about coaching. You steal from everybody.
Yeah.
And there'll be times I get a chance to pick their brains a little bit. Obviously, the advantages of Rocky and recruiting, but also, you know, motivating kids and just everything you can possibly get. We'll all get better, including the volleyball coach, golf coach, soccer coach. Everybody's here successful, so I just got to come in here and not screw it up.
Yeah, and I forgot to bring this up before we started talking, but I hear the basketball team had a pregame speech by a guest speaker the other night.
I was a little bit put on the spot. I'm going to be honest with you on that one, but I was honored to do it. I was caught off guard a little bit, and I started thinking about it. I was like, well, yeah, of course, And then, I don't think. I mean, I made a rule. I made a bet, so I better live up with it. But I told him, I said, hey, when this works, if you go beat number 3 team in the country, I'm going to borrow your pants.
Yeah.
So we'll see. I don't know if he's going to give them up though. It might be pretty lucky to him.
Yeah, I think I'll probably hang on to him. Coach, talk a little bit about this first week. I know it's been a roller coaster for you, probably to say the least. But just talk a little bit about the week in general.
Yeah, a lot of ups and downs, and the downs really are just about family. My family was here over the weekend. They left Tuesday morning. It's tough because you're sitting there not sure when you're going to get a chance to see them again, but they know and understand what my focus is here. But the pluses and the positives, the highs have just been about the players. They're just working their butts off in the morning workouts. We got 3 drill team sessions with about 35, 40 kids in each one. Coach Hutchinson's done a great job. Now that I've been around him, I've asked Coach Hutchinson to be a part of the staff in the future as well. He gladly accepted, and we're fired up. And like I said, we don't want to take a step back in the weight room. And I got a chance to watch him the first 2 days, visit with Bruce, say, hey, let's make this happen, let's make it official. So as he's with us, he's doing a great job with the kids. The kids are working hard. There's some excitement. And like I said, I feel like we made some progress, maybe not as much as I'd like, but the most important thing is we're making progress.
Yeah, it's always a big plus. Talk a little bit about, spring ball's coming up. I don't know when can you start spring ball, I guess, and
I better check. I don't know all the rules sometimes, but
it comes up quicker than we know.
Right now, tentatively, we're looking at March 19th, weather permitting. We'll go, we got Easter break in there, so we'll take a weekend off with the idea of finish up, sometime I think the 4th weekend of April. Trying to extend it out. We wanted to go 3 days a week rather than 4 days a week, so we get meeting time in between. Football's football. It's the terminology that changes the most. So it just gives kids an extra day in between to continue and understand what we're trying to do and get better.
Well, Coach, what's the biggest thing that I guess challenges you've seen so far since you come to Rocky?
Honestly, the biggest challenge is not enough time in the day. But it's just getting around the players. It's great. I want to meet with everybody. There's a lot of people that care about this football program. I want to go out and meet them and get with them and find ways we can make it better. But then also there's that time I got to get with my players. This week I looked at my schedule and I've got about 6-hour blocks 3 nights a week here of where it's just sitting down with the players, 20 minutes. I want to really get to know them, where they're from, their family, what motivations do they have in their life, and what ways I can help them get better, whatever it may be. And that's what it's about. The only way we can do that is relationships, and I got to give them my time. And as we do that, we got staff coming in to interview and stuff like that. So as we get that process going, it's going to be a full day, but at the same time, there's just so much excitement, so much enthusiasm. I'm stealing energy from everybody else, and but we'll get through the day. But that's been the things where I look at it, where I wish I had more time.
Yeah. All right. Well, thanks for coming over, Coach. I appreciate it. Any last thing you want to say?
No, I'm just thankful, Bob.
All right.
Like I said, we got to enjoy a nice Mexican meal my first night here.
Yeah, we did.
All right, we'll have to
go do that again.
Absolutely. I appreciate you having me. Anytime you need me, too.
All right. No problem.
Thanks, Bob.
And head football coach Jason Petrino will be back in 2 minutes with Jesse in the stats.
Nothing like a cold bottle of Mountain Dew.
Calculating route. At the next stop, take a hard right.
Okay.
Turn up the radio.
You want me to do?
Louder.
Okay.
Louder. Louder. Much better. Wrestle your hair and untuck that shirt.
All right.
Wink at the redhead in the next lane.
Oh, hi there.
Take another big sip of Mountain Dew. Downshift and gun it.
Okay.
You've arrived at the mountain.
Directions are different on the mountain. Mountain Dew. It's different on the mountain.
Out here, there are certain wisdoms we were raised on.
Hey, how about a gumball?
Like it's not how much you make, but rather how much you keep. First Interstate Bank knows this. That's why we're here to help you grow your money for anything. From college savings and retirement to even that unexpected trip to the dentist. First Interstate Bank. Neighbors helping neighbors in the place we call home. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Once again this year, Montana Sportscast will be the voice of the Battlin Bears of Rocky Mountain College. We'll bring you live football, men's and women's basketball action throughout the season from Rocky Mountain College. Also want to remind everyone that you can listen to our Frontier Conference podcast with your host, Bob Ridrott and Tom Kurtz. All that on www.mtsportscast.com.
Welcome back to Billings, Montana, as Montana Tech and Rocky are battling one out here at halftime. We've got a score of Tech 28, Rocky 24. Some halftime stats for you. Jins Jr. has 5 rebounds to go along with 2 points. He's also got 1 block. He's been a big defensive stalwart on Rob Neby tonight. Jalen Coates leading all scores tonight with 8 points. He's 4 of 7 from the field. Lucas Vining, he's in some foul trouble, but he's 2 of 4 from the field. He's got 5 points. And Cale Goldseth has 5 points. He hit that three-pointer right at the end of the half that gave a 4-point Tech lead. Paul Engstrom, he's in foul trouble as well, but he's got 4 points to go along with 4 rebounds, with 2 points and 1 block shot. Tech overall shooting only 39%. The field goal shooting tonight is not going to be very good, I don't think, as the defense has kind of determined this game so far. Only 1 of 2 from outside, and Tech, shooting only 3 of 8 from the line. Rob Neby, he scored 26 points against Tech last time. He's only 2 of 6 from the field for 4 points. He does have 4 rebounds and a steal. Chad Cannonen, only 2 of 7 from the field. He's got 5 points. Derek Graves has 2 points. He does have 2 steals. And then Taylor Longo leading the Bears in scoring. He's got 7 points, doing most of his damage from the line, 4 of 4 from there. Rocky, again, 28% from the field, 20% from deep, only 55% from the line. And Tech really doing it on the glass. Coming into this game, Rocky had the advantage over their opponents, out-rebounding them nearly by 10 rebounds a game, and Tech only out-rebounding their opponents by half a board a game. But right now, Tech holds a 6-rebound advantage, 22-16 over Rocky, 6 of those coming offensive style. And Tech, the downfall so far in their first half, they have 7 turnovers. Rocky only has 4. Those are your halftime stats. We're going to take a 2-minute timeout. We'll be right back with second half action.
Nothing like a cold bottle of Mountain Dew.
Calculating route. At the next stop, take a hard right.
Okay.
Turn up the radio.
You want me to do?
Louder.
Okay.
Louder. Louder. Much better. Rustle your hair and untuck that shirt.
All right.
Wink at the redhead in the next lane.
Oh, hi there.
Take another big sip of Mountain Dew. Downshift and gun it.
Okay.
You've arrived at the mountain.
Directions are different on the mountain. Mountain Dew. It's different on the mountain.
Out here, there are certain wisdoms we were raised on.
Hey, how about a gumball?
Like it's not how much you make, but rather how much you keep. First Interstate Bank knows this. That's why we're here to help you grow your money for anything. From college savings and retirement to even that unexpected trip to the dentist. First Interstate Bank. Neighbors helping neighbors in the place we call home. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Once again this year, Montana Sportscast will be the voice of the Battlin Bears of Rocky Mountain College. We'll bring you live football, men's and women's basketball action throughout the season from Rocky Mountain College. Also want to remind everyone that you can listen to our Frontier Conference podcast with your host, Bob Ritteroth and Tom Kurtz. All that on www.mtsportscast.com.
Welcome back to the Fortin Center as we have we're close to second half action between Rocky Mountain College and Montana Tech. Again, Tech leading by 4 at the half. Hopefully you were here with us at halftime as Bob interviewed new head coach Petrino here for the football team. Very interesting interview, and looking forward to seeing what changes he kind of brings to that football team next year. They've got a lot of talent. I'm sure he's going to attract a lot of talent as he's a well-respected coach in this community and in the general area at large. So his impact should be felt for a long time, and I think it'll be an immediate impact as well. Looking forward to that.
Wow, that was a good wing I just ate.
Yeah, I saw that. I can smell it over here, too.
All right, back to action here in the second half. It's Tech on top by 4, 28-24, Rocky basketball. Longo gets the inbounds pass as he'll bring it up across the timeline. Goes to Nebe. Nebe, I think Coach Drykosen probably wants to get Nebe going real quick here.
Yeah, I agree, Bob. I think that's priority number one. Get him coming off screens, try to get him loosened up against a great defender in Jins Jr., and at least, if not necessarily points, make him the playmaker.
Longo inbounds the ball to Nebe. Nebe, deep three-pointer. It's going to be long. And the rebound comes down to Engstrom as Coates will bring it up across the timeline for Tech. Just underway here in the second half. Want to welcome our listeners on KBOW. Lob pass. No good as they went for the lob and the dunk, but Nebe comes down with the basketball. Back to Moorkirky. Tough shot by Moorkirky underneath. 28-26. Tech on top with that two-point basket by Moorkirky. Coates comes back. Rocky in a 2-3 zone defense. Jins in the high post. Then Vining gets it. It's going to be stolen away by Longo. Longo will bring it up. Looks for Coates to the play. Penetrates. Takes it right inside. Pick and roll. And they kick it back out. Cannonen takes it. Puts up the floater. It's good. We're tied at 28-28. As Chad Cannonen turned down a three-pointer there, Jesse. Yep. Went in and got the nice little finger roll for 2 points. Coates has it on the far side for the Diggers. Rocky hanging in this 2-3 zone defense. They kind of move it around a little bit. And the long three-pointer put up there by Jins Jr. No good. Rebound Moorkirky as Graves comes down and the shot in the corner by Longo. Three-pointer's good. And Taylor Longo hits the three, and Rocky goes on top, 31-28, 18-27 to go, and it's going to be a full timeout. 31-28 Rocky. We'll be back in a minute.
Montana Sportscast is proud to be the voice of Rocky Mountain College Battlin Bears football, as well as Rocky Mountain College Battlin Bears men's and women's basketball. Join us this fall on game day from Herb Clint Field as we bring you tailgate talk beginning at 11 a.m. with our pregame show at 12:30 and kickoff at 1 p.m. That's the Rocky Mountain College Battlin Bears on Montana Sportscast, a winning combination.
Nothing like a cold bottle of Mountain Dew.
Calculating route. At the next stop, take a hard right.
Okay.
Turn up the radio.
You want me to do?
Louder.
Okay.
Louder. Louder. Much better. Rustle your hair and untop that shirt.
All right.
Wait at the redhead in the next lane.
Oh, hi there.
Take a
31-28 our score here as Rocky comes out hot here in the second half. 18:27 to go in the second half as Rocky jumps out to a 3-point lead. As Coates will bring it up for the Diggers. Coates takes it down the left side, hands off to Goldseth. Goldseth with it, they go into Engstrom. Engstrom goes to work inside over Moorkirky, it's good. Graves comes back quickly for the Battlin Bears, hands it off to Cannonen. Cannonen with the ball out on top, three-pointer tops the key. It's going to be off the right side. It'll be out of bounds off of Tech.
Yeah, and I think Tech kind of came out of the half a little lethargic, and they weren't communicating on defense. That's how Longo got open in the corner for that three. So hopefully, if you're a Tech fan, that timeout got them energized and back into this game.
Longo inbound the basketball on the baseline, gets it into Nebe. Nebe has it, penetrates, takes it to the hole, puts it up, it's good. Rob Nebe, 33-30, Rocky on top. 17:51 to go in the first half. Engstrom had to sit in foul trouble that first half. Was a force while he was in there, that's for sure. Jens Jr. gets it into Goldseth, and here is Engstrom, and it's going to be a foul against Moorkirky, and that'll be 3 on Moorkirky.
Correct, and after that timeout, Coach O'Haron definitely making it obvious. He wants to go inside to Engstrom and set the tone. He wants his team to be more physical, and so far it's worked out.
It'll be Tech basketball underneath. They get it inside out to Goldseth. His shot's no good. Rebound Graves. Graves brings it up, gets it to Longo. Longo with the ball on the left side to Graves, back to Longo. Longo looked at the three, takes it to the hole, and he's going to be whistled for a charge. As, you know, I honestly don't know, Jesse, why they put that circle in the paint. I've never seen a call go by that anyway.
Yeah.
And it's kind of funny because I'm going to have, for all you people up in Butte, I'm going to have a chat with Coach Chapter and see what he thinks about that circle in there as well. Engstrom comes back the other way, hits a big baseline jumper for Tech. 33-32 Rocky, 17:06 to go here in the second half. Graves with the basketball on the left side for the Battlin Bears. Goes to Cannonen, now to Longo. Longo picking up his third personal on that last offensive foul. Nebe, baseline jumper's good. Rob Nebe. 35-32 Rocky. Coates comes back quickly the other way, hands it off to Grims Jr., back to Coates. Coates with the basketball out on top. Rocky staying in this 2-3 zone defense. Engstrom hits another one on the baseline as he goes 2 for 2 from the baseline. 35-34 as Graves brings it up for the Battlin Bears. Graves with the basketball, pulls up, 17-footer, he buries it. As Coates comes back quickly the other way, Grimm's three-pointer's going to be short, and Graves runs down the loose ball. Graves brings it up. Cross-court pass to Longo. Longo looked at the three, doesn't take it smartly, gets it to Nebe. Nebe will take that three, and he buries a deep three-pointer. And the student body like that one. That was right in front of him as Nebe has 11 points. 15:53 to go here in the ball game. Rocky on top by 6. Grims Jr. elbow jumper in and out and no good. Graves with the rebound for the Battlin Bears. Graves will bring it up across the timeline. Wants to go to the hole, does. Puts it up off the glass. Too much spin. Gets his own rebound and kicks it back out to Nebe. Nebe wanted the three, didn't take it. Goes inside to Stoke. Stoke to Cannonen for three. Off, no good. Rebound Coates. Coates come back quickly. Putting pressure on the Bears. Takes it to the hole. And we'll see what this foul is going to be. It's going to go against the Bears. Was it on the floor or in the shot? Chad Cannonen's going to get the foul. Tegan Johnson comes into the game. And it'll be Coates inbounding the basketball underneath. That's 3 team fouls on Rocky. 1 on Tech. 15-19 to go here in the second half. Coates gets it into Vining. Out on top. They go to Goldseth. Goldseth with the basketball. They look inside, and we got a whistle and a foul as Stoltz going to pick up a quick foul. As it'll be Coates inbounding the basketball once again.
Yeah, Coach Drykosen from the sideline wants them to suffocate number 44, Ingstrom, inside.
And we're going to have another foul on Stoltz, back-to-back foul. As Stoltz picks up 2 quick ones, and more importantly, Rocky with 5 team fouls at 15:08 to go here in the first half.
Coach Drykosen in a tough spot. His starting pivot guy, Ben Moorkirky, 3 fouls. His backup center, Joe Stoltz, 3 fouls. In Danny Betcher, the freshman from Billings West.
And Ekstrom a force inside here tonight when he's been in the ball game. Coates to inbound the basketball. Gets it into Engstrom. He goes right to the hole, goes up strong, no good. Rebound Tegan Johnson. Johnson gets it to Graves. Graves brings it up the other way, takes it to the hole, puts it up, it's good. As Derek Graves hits 4 big points here in the second half. Coates comes back the other way. He'll set things up. Okiki set to come in. They get it to Jins Jr. underneath, and we got a whistle and a foul. Danny Betcher's going to pick up the foul, and that's going to send Jins to the line here to shoot 2. 14:44, so Jesse, 14:44 to go in the ball game, and Tech is in the bonus. They're going to say that was on the floor. Boy, I don't know about that. I thought he was shooting. Okiki gets the inbounds pass, puts up the shot, no good. Betcher with the rebound. He gets it to Nebe. Nebe will bring it back the other way. Nebe, top of the key, goes to Cannonen on the left side. Back out to Tegan Johnson. They swing it around to Graves. Graves has it on the right side, going against Okiki. Hands off to Cannonen. He's picked up by Coates to Nebe. Nebe, top of the key. 3-pointer's good. Rob Nebe, his 14th point of the night. 45-34. 14-15 to go in the ball game. Rocky on top. We got a full timeout. We'll be back in 1 minute.
Yes. Good.
What does opportunity look like? Opportunity seizes the moment, knows timing is everything, and doesn't expect an open window to stay open forever.
Dad, I got a bite!
Opportunity knows some things just can't be planned, and can't be missed either.
Whoa, that's a big one!
First Interstate Bank. That's what opportunity looks like. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Out here, there are certain wisdoms we were raised on. Like patience is a virtue. Make that a necessity. And because necessity is the mother of invention, First Interstate Bank is proud to offer mobile banking. Transfer funds and check balances from your phone, anytime, anywhere, and keep making progress, even if you aren't really moving. First Interstate Bank. Neighbors helping neighbors in the place we call home. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
45-34, Rocky on top by 12 on some big three-point shooting. 2 big ones by Rob Nebe. I think he said he's got 14 now, Jesse?
Yeah, he's got 14, and 10 of those have just come in the first 6 minutes, give or take, of this second half. Also, Longo got in the action right away with his deep 3, and Derek Graves starting to come alive, driving to the hole, getting some good looks.
It'll be Tech basketball in the backcourt as Coates will bring it up. Coates, Engstrom comes out, says something to Coates out there at half court. He'll hand it off to Okiki. Okiki swings it around. Goldseth has it. Head, shoulders, fakes, nothing there. Okiki penetrates, takes it to the hole. It's up and good. Okiki with the nice drive to the basket. 45-36. Rocky up by 9. 13:50 to go in the ball game. Graves with the ball on top. Penetrates. Free throw line jumper. No good. And a rebound fought for. Engstrom gets it out to Coates. Coates takes it right at Nebe. Shots up. No good. And Betcher gets the rebound. And Coates is going to be whistled for a foul on the backside as Danny Betcher doing a good job. And that's going to be 3 on Coates, they say.
And I think Rocky's going to continue to attack Tech using a ball screen. the guy that's guarding the screener isn't coming out to help. He's not hedging. He's not even dropping off. He's staying tight to the screener, and you can get good looks off of that.
Graves with the basketball, goes to Tegan Johnson. Cannonen gets it back to Graves. Graves goes to Cannonen. Cannonen out on top, wants to penetrate, goes through, loses the handle on the basketball, and Cannonen thinking he got fouled there, but no whistle. 13:07 to go in the ball game. 45-36, Rocky up by 9, Tech basketball. Jens Jr. back into the ball game for the Diggers. Goldseth has it, gets it to Williams. Jens Jr. hands off to Okiki. Okiki off that screen on top, back to Jens. Jens Jr. takes it to the hole. And it's going to be a foul on Cannonen. $12:50 to go as Cannonen will pick up his second personal foul. And Wacker going to come into the ball game for Graves.
Jens Jr. at the line. Sorry, Bob. Had a great defensive game so far. This game, as he takes his first free throw, makes it. He's an 87% free throw shooter so far this year. He's averaging 12.5 points per game. Second free throw is up and in.
45-38. Cannonen will bring the ball up the floor. Rocky has the basketball and the lead. Cannonen, free throw line. Step through shot. They're going to say he traveled.
Yeah, Chad having a rough go of it so far. Kind of in the second half, had that turnover, had a foul that he just called a blocking foul, and then another turnover here as he traveled.
And it's going to be Goldseth. Goes to Jens Jr. Has it, goes to Okiki. They like to run this little screen at the high post. Kick it to Goldseth to Williams on the far side. Williams penetrates back out to Jens. Jens Jr. up the 18-footer, no good. Betcher comes down with another rebound. Danny Betcher got a couple big boards here on the defensive end. As Wacker has it on the far side, he penetrates and he's going to be fouled.
Yeah, the refs really looking at the body position on these drives, and if there's any question right now, it's getting called on both ends of the floor. So if you're an offensive guy like Taylor Longo, Rob Neby, anybody that drives, you got to be able to be aggressive, get into the lane, force the ref's whistle.
And Longo passes it into Neby. Neby sets him a screen, and Longo hits a three-pointer. 48-38, 12 minutes to go in the ball game. Goldseth brings it up across for Tech. Goes down the left side, and this one's going to go in the backcourt as it'll be over and back.
Yeah, Longo lighting up now in the second half. He's got 13. Neby lighting up in the second half. He's doing well. And then you got, like we talked about, Danny Betcher down underneath, getting a couple of big rebounds, manning the middle very well. Moorkirky now comes back in at the 11:50 mark.
Longo to inbound the basketball underneath the Bear basket. He's going to throw it long, and Rob Neby's going to run in the backcourt and get it. Neby will bring it back up across the timeline. He's guarded there by Okiki. Longo takes it to the hole, over Engstrom, no good. And it's Okiki with the big rebound. Gets it to Goldseth. Goldseth will bring it up the right side. Now he'll set things up out on top. Goes to Vining on the left side. Vining out to Williams. Williams with the basketball. Hands off to Goldseth. Goldseth maybe got away with the walk there. Takes it right at Moorkirky. And it's going to be Wacker with the rebound. Wacker gets it to Neby. Neby with it out on top, and Taylor Longo comes out. He'll set things up. Longo with the basketball. Goes to Neby. Neby looked at the three, finds Moorkirky underneath. He's fouled.
We kind of talked about it, Bob. They'll run that kind of twin horn screen, and they come off the end. The other screener comes off, and Nebe had the look. He had a good look at 3 from Longo. If he didn't, that second screener, Moorkirky, did a nice job. He dove right down the middle. He's been doing a really good job off the ball today, and he gets a good look at the line.
And Big Ben at the free throw line. First one's going to roll around and fall in. 49-38. As it's going to be Chapman coming back into the game for the Diggers. He'll replace Goldseth. Chapman, a 6'2 sophomore out of Frenchtown. Moorkirky at the line. 49-38, 10:58 to go in the ball game. Free throws up and good. Make that a 12-point Battlin Bear lead. Williams brings it up for the Diggers. Going against Tegan Johnson on top of that 2-3 zone. Chapman. And we got a whistle and a foul underneath. This one's going to go against Engstrom. Engstrom and Moorkirky going at each other underneath.
And Tech's been successful when they do look down underneath, but Engstrom just picked up his third, so that's going to be interesting play here in the next 10 minutes.
Evens it out with the big guys.
Yep.
As Longo with the basketball out on top, goes to Nebe on the left side. Nebe, step back, long three-pointer, going to be way the top over everything. Williams gets the rebound, comes back the other way quickly, takes it to the hole, and it's going to be an offensive foul as Tegan Johnson steps in, takes the charge.
Great job by Tegan there. Number one, he hustled his butt off to get back. He got in position, saw Williams with his head down, driving down the middle of the lane, and sacrificed his body for the team. That's a big-time charge. Rocky up by 12 right now.
Longo breaks it up, gets the Graves. Johnson, three-pointer off the back iron, no good. Rebound comes down to Chapman. And Williams brings it up quickly right at the scorer's table. It'll be, they're going to say it was tipped off of Rocky.
And that was one thing, too. In the first couple of possessions the Tech had right out of the half, Rocky they got one steal, but they had like 3 or 4 tips. And those deflections add up, and that really affects the game. So defense by Rocky, a lot more aggressive.
Williams with the basketball. Okiki out on top, and Okiki's going to pick up the offensive foul as Taylor Longo takes the charge.
You know, and Longo sold that a little bit. Okiki did pull his arm out. There's no way that made Longo slide the way he did. But good job by Longo. That's one of those veteran moves that when you get enough experience, those are the type of plays that you can make.
Longo brings it back the other way, goes to Nebe. Nebe, top of the key, gets it in the paint, goes up with the underhanded layup. It's good. As Rob Nebe picks up 2 more, dribbling it through traffic, 52-38. As the Bears stretch it out to a 14-point lead. We're going to have a timeout on the floor. 9:35 to go in the ball game. Rocky 52, Tech 38. We'll be back in 1 minute.
Just a reminder that Montana Sportscast now has podcast. Tom Kurtz and Bob Ritterott will host a Frontier Conference podcast on Wednesday evenings. Those podcasts can be found on our website. If you go to the Game Central tab and click on demand, you'll see our Frontier Conference podcast there. We will also have some podcasts as we get into the high school playoff seasons throughout the season. This fall will be volleyball and football. In the wintertime, it'll be basketball. And in the spring, we'll talk a little bit about some track as well. Once again, on Montana Sportscast, you can also listen to live coverage of the Battlin Bears of Rocky Mountain College football and men's and women's basketball. You can also catch that action on Rocky's new radio station, KVRM, FM 104.5 on the campus of Rocky Mountain College.
52-38, our score here. Little entertainment by the soccer team on the far side there. I guess that was doing the exercise machine, the bicycle. Is that what you would
I think
call?
that was a stationary bike. I've never seen that before. That was That was impressive. That was innovative.
That was,
that
was teamwork by the soccer team over there on the far side.
Like there were, 5 people involved in that? That was impressive.
Back to live action as it'll be Tech basketball on the far side. Vining will inbound the basketball. Gets it into Williams. Williams will bring it up, take it to the left side. They got Vining in the corner, and they go out to Doomer has it. Now to Williams. Back to Vining. Into Doomer. Doomer trying to go to work against Moorkirk. He puts it up. It's going to be short. Rebound comes down to Nebe. Nebe will get it to Longo. And Longo, Coach Dryko's wanting them to take a little time off the clock here, I think, as they get it up. Graves has it. Now out to Johnson. Back to Nebe. Nebe on the right side to Graves. He'll bring it back outside. Graves goes to Johnson. Back to Graves. Graves. Baseline trying to find Moorkirky underneath. Moorkirky puts it up in. It's good. As Moorkirky showed some strength on that one to put that one up with the left hand. And he puts Rocky on top by 16 with a chance for a 3-point, old-fashioned 3-point play as Engstrom, Coates, and Jens Jr. all come back into the ball game for the Diggers.
Moorkirky's had an impressive game. Number one, defensively against Engstrom. He's held his own. And then offensively, man, he's got really good hands today. And sometimes he doesn't have the best hands. But he's been pulling in everything that's been fed to him and scoring underneath really well.
And Ben's free throw is going to be up, no good. Rebound comes down to Engstrom and the Diggers as he'll get it out to Coates. 8:46 to go in the ball game. 54-38. Rocky on top. Vining with the basketball goes far side to Chapman. Out to Jens Jr. Back to Chapman. They're trying to go into Engstrom. They do get it into him. He's triple teamed down there. Jens has it. And they try to go to Engstrom. And we're going to have a whistle and a foul. And we'll see what they call this one.
They got blocking, I think, on Tegan Johnson as he tried to step in. And Tegan trying to take another one there. That was a good idea, but it sends Jens Jr. to the line.
And Jens Jr. will shoot the free throws here. Both teams with 18 fouls, 8:29 to go. As far as timeouts go, Rocky with 5, Tech with 2. Nebe brings the ball up after the missed free throw. Robb out on top. Goes to Johnson. Johnson tries to go inside to Moorkirk. Gets knocked loose. Chapman comes the other way for the Diggers. Chapman goes to Coates. Coates has it. Out on top. He'll set things up. Goes to Vining. Jens Jr. Now they go to Engstrom. Baseline jumper's good. He's been hot from the baseline. That's his third one this half. 54-40. 7:58 to go. 7:80. Man, how did I come up with that one? Nebe takes it to the hole. It's good. As Rob Nebe takes it to the basket. 56-40. Coates comes right back the other way. And it's going to be a whistle and a foul. I believe it's going to go against Taylor Longo. Nope. Sorry about that. It's not. I believe it's going to go against Rob Nebe.
And that was on the other side. That was Nebe's 18th point of the game, and he's really turned it on that in the second half. He only had 4 in the first half. It hasn't mattered who's guarded him. He's gotten help. Doesn't matter. He's been finishing in the lane. He's also been hitting everything from outside. So a great second half by Nebe, and that's exactly what Rocky needed.
And Colts will go to the line, shooting a 1-and-1. No good. Betcher with the rebound. Gets it to Longo. Up ahead quickly to Graves. Graves to Cannonen. And it's going to be an offensive foul on Graves. He got the player and almost got the referee as well.
Took 2-for-1 special. He took out both guys on the baseline.
And Jens will inbound it to Coates as Coates lets it bounce. Coates picks it up at the half-court line, brings it up, hands it off to Chapman. Chapman with it, out on top. Goes to Jens Jr. Back to Chapman. Coates. Jens Jr. penetrates, takes it up, and it's going to be good as he puts it up by Moorkirky. Moorkirky got to be a little careful with the foul trouble as well as Engstrom inside. They're both got 3, I believe. Graves with the basketball. Gets it to Longo on the right side. Longo looking for a screen, now trying to go baseline. He's going to be fouled by Jins.
Yeah, and Longo almost had the NBA and one there, but Tech cannot handle these ball screens, and the players haven't made the adjustment. I'm sure Coach O'Haron has talked about it, but just these screens coming off, number one, they've been set great. That time it was Danny Betcher. It's been Moorkirky before Stoltz. But the ball handlers coming off them tight, whether it's Longo, Nebe, Cannonen. Longo misses his first, though.
And Moorkirky gets the rebound, gets it stripped, kicks it out to Cannonen and around to Longo. Longo gets it into Moorkirky.
That guy's got it rough on the baseline. Longo tried to pass it. It was a quick pass, straight line, and it hit the baseline ref in the midsection. Surprised he's still upright.
Yeah, Chapman with the basketball goes to Jins Jr. to Vining. Vining has it. Vining going to put it up from the elbow. It's good. Nice shot by Vining. 56-44. Rocky on top of Tech. 6:30 to go in the ball game. And Longo wants a timeout. 6:27 to go here in the ball game. Rocky on top. 56-44. We'll be back in a minute.
Nothing like a cold bottle of Mountain Dew.
At the next stop, take a hard right. Turn up the radio. Louder. 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 Much better. Wrestle overhead and untop that shirt.
All right.
Wing at the redhead in the right lane. Take another big sip of Mountain Dew. Downshift and gun it.
Okay.
Ride down the mountain.
Directions are different on the mountain. Mountain Dew. It's different on the mountain.
$56-44. Rocky on top of Tech here. 6:27 to go in the ball game. In the women's game tonight, Tech pulled off their second conference win of the year over Rocky by the score of 64-61 in overtime.
Tech now, sorry, Bob. I think this is their last chance to kind of stay in this game, and it's only 12, but it definitely seems like a lot more, so this is a big psychological couple of minutes.
And it's going to be Cannonen. Has it, goes to Longo. Longo gets Engstrom up in the air, now dumps it underneath. 15 on the shot clock. As Longo has it, goes behind his back, goes the other way. Skip past Cannonen. And Chad gets it inside out to Nebe. Deep three-pointer, top of the key. No good. Rebound comes down to Chapman. Chapman gets it up the head to Jins Jr. Jins takes it to the hole. No good. Rebound underneath. And it's going to be Cannonen getting a loose ball. Gets it to Nebe. Nebe gets it to Longo out on top as Tater brings it down the right side. They're trying to run a pick and roll with Betcher. Betcher getting good position inside. Cannonen. Nice screen from Moorkirky, but tough shoot over the big guy.
Yeah, Moorkirky kind of standing right in the way. He had to shoot over Moorkirky and Engstrom there. Rocky ball out on the side.
It'll be Betcher inbound on the basketball on the far side. Rocky up by 12, 5:36 to go. And it's Longo, long three-pointer. And Moorkirky and Engstrom collide in the middle air there. They both go down. And Coates comes out with the basketball, goes the other way. Vining has it. Hands off to Jins Jr. They get it into Engstrom. Engstrom trying to make room, puts it up. It's good. Tough shot by Paul Engstrom inside the 6'7" senior out of Medicine Lake. Rob Nebe coming back the other way. Nebe takes it to the hole, and he's going to take it right at Engstrom, and Engstrom's going to pick up the foul.
You know, and Jins Jr., we've talked about his defense in the first half. I think this time he kind of got sold out by his teammates. If he's forcing Nebe right, then there needs to be help right. And this time there was no help. Nebe saw it, drove the entire way, and got a good foul at the line.
Huge foul on Engstrom there. That's his 4th personal foul. Both teams with 10 team fouls as Nebe makes the free throw. 57-46 as Okiki and Goldseth back into the game for Tech. Once again, want to thank our listeners on KBOW up in Butte. Listening to our broadcast here tonight. A couple of great ball games here from the Fortin Center tonight. Nebe's second free throw up and good. 58-46, 5:03 to go in the ball game. Coates will bring it up for Tech. Goes far side to Chapman. Out to Goldseth, round to Coates. Coates, long three-pointer off the front iron, and Longo goes up over Betcher and takes the ball away from him. Nebe with it on the far side. Rob, he could have stepped back and shot that one as he gets it to Longo. To Cannon, to Betcher. Nebe with it on the far side, guarded by Vining now. Moorkirky, 7 on the shot clock. Cannon with the basketball, goes to Longo. Longo out to Betcher, long three-pointer, no good. And it's going to be Moorkirky with a huge rebound inside. New shot clock. Nebe with it out front, 4:10 to go in the ball game. 58-46, Rocky on top. Nebe left all alone, top of the key, can't hit it. Colts comes down with the long rebound. Here he goes. There he goes. Here he goes, there he goes, and it's going to be a charge or blocking foul on Nebe.
Yeah, and Nebe's upset, and he has every right to be, but I think it was kind of undone by his teammate. There are two guys trying to get back on defense. Nebe established position. He kind of got uprooted by his own teammate as Coates came barreling in. It kind of made Nebe look like he was moving on that. But Nebe definitely had the right ideas. He picks up his 4th personal now. Again, it's only a 10-point game. Rocky just lost their best scorer. He's got to go to the bench as Coates is going to step up and shoot 2.
Well, they countered that basket.
Oh,
That's
they did.
an old-fashioned three-point play. 58-49. Rocky up by 9, 3:57 to go. Longo will bring the ball up. Across the timeline, guarded by Coates. Goes far side to Graves. Graves has it on the left side, wants to go baseline, nothing there. Now tries to go in, does go into Moorkirky, and we got a whistle and a foul. And it'll be Moorkirky going to the free throw line to shoot some free throws here as we are in the double bonus with both teams. And Chapman's going to pick that foul up.
And that was smart. Rocky noticing the mismatch. Chapman was trying to battle with Moorkirky, and not only is he losing about 4 inches, but probably about 30, 40 pounds.
Yeah.
And Moorkirky doing a good job establishing position legally, and then getting to the line here. He hits his first free throw. Ben Moorkirky, a pretty good free throw shooter, about 70% on the year.
Ben hitting that first one. We got subs. Engstrom coming back into the game. Johnson came in for Cannon. Okiki will sit down for the Diggers. Ben Moorkirky at the line for the Battlin Bears. Second free throw's up and good. 60-49, 11-point Rocky lead. 3:39 to go in the ball game. Coates brings it down, takes it right to the hole. Moorkirky partially blocks that. Jins nearly followed up with a nice follow, but couldn't get it to fall. And the Bears come back with Longo. Longo spin move's going to be stripped in. Engstrom comes up with a loose ball. Comes back the other way to Coates. Coates takes it right at Johnson, and we got a blocking foul on Johnson.
I think that one was the right call. Tegan Johnson didn't have his position. He wasn't flat-footed, number one, trying to take that charge. He was almost in mid-jump. And I think Longo on the other side of the floor, Longo doesn't need to take that driving layup. It was contested. You're up by 11, 3 minutes left. Pull it out, take some time off the clock. You can get that kind of shot pretty much any time you want. So pull it out and put some more pressure on this Tech team as they're down late in the game.
3:17 to go, 60-49, Rocky on top. And Coates finishes off another three-point play. Neby back into the game as well as Cannon for the Battlin Bears. Engstrom on the bench right now as Neby takes it to the hole. Blocked from behind by Okiki. And he gets it to Coates. Coates brings it up quickly, goes to Jins Jr., and he takes it to the hole. Can't finish. Moorkirky hustles down, gets the rebound at the other end. Longo out on top, gets a big screen out there from Neby. Skip pass to Graves. 2:42 on the clock. Longo runs down the pass. Graves makes a lazy pass there. Taylor Longo bailed him out on that one. Longo goes up and he's going to be fouled. Taylor Longo go to the line. The foul's going to go against Vining. That'll be his third personal foul. As Taylor Longo at the free throw line.
And for Rocky, this game's going to come down to free throws. We've talked about kind of in the past how they've kind of faltered at the free throw line. Longo missed his first one, but overall he's about 72% on the year. Neby, 85%. Ben Moorkirky, 71%. So there's some good free throw shooters out there. They just have to focus in, relax. It's just like practice. Everybody knows all the euphemisms, but it's just you gotta hit them when you're nursing a 10-point lead with 2:30 left.
And both teams going offense, defense here as Taylor Longo puts in the free throw. 61-50, Rocky on top. As the Diggers bring Ekstrom back on offense, and the Bears get Neby and Cannon on the bench for defense. Engstrom gets the ball inside, goes up, no good. Vining with the tip, no good. Moorkirky picks up the loose ball, gets it to Betcher. To Graves. Graves has it on the far side. And we got a whistle and a foul, I believe.
Yeah, and you talked about it a few possessions before. Derek Graves with a lazy pass. This time he brought the ball up on the left side, slowed down right that corner, that death trap between half court and the sideline. He got bailed out by a foul, but he was double teamed. They were about to turn the ball over. Derek Graves has to be more situationally aware on that. He does get fouled, goes to the line, misses his first one.
Second one is going to be off as well. Rebound fought for Betcher, battling for it. It's going to go out of bounds off of Danny Betcher. 61-50, Bears on top, 2:11 to go in the ball game. And we're going to have a timeout on the floor by Coach Drykos. And 2:11, 61-50, Rocky. We'll be back in a minute.
Hold your fishing pole like this. Okay, good.
What does opportunity look like? Opportunity seizes the moment, knows timing is everything, and doesn't expect an open window to stay open forever.
Dad, I got a bite!
Opportunity knows some things just can't be planned, and can't be missed either.
Whoa, that's a big one!
First Interstate Bank. That's what opportunity looks like. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Out here, there are certain wisdoms we were raised on. Like patience is a virtue. Make that a necessity. And because necessity is the mother of invention, First Interstate Bank is proud to offer mobile banking. Transfer funds and check balances from your phone, anytime, anywhere, and keep making progress, even if you aren't really moving. First Interstate Bank. Neighbors helping neighbors in the place we call home. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
61-50 our score here at the Fortin Center. 2:11 to go in the ball game. Rocky on top here. Been a battle. Rocky's been able to maintain. Tech's made some runs, but Rocky's had the answers here in the second half as Tech was on top by 4 at the end of the first half. And Coates will get the inbounds pass as he lets it roll as long as he can. And he will pick it up at the half-court line. Coates Takes it into the left side. Now gets it out to Grims Jr. Far side, Goldseth. Goldseth penetrates, hands off underneath to Engstrom, and Johnson's going to foul him.
Yeah, good strong foul by Tegan Johnson. Knew what was coming. It was going to be Engstrom layup. And that's a tough spot. You have to foul him hard enough that he doesn't make the shot. You can't pick up a technical. Good job by Tegan Johnson.
He did the right thing. He took his arms away from him.
Yep.
There's no way he could get the ball up. Engstrom at the line to shoot the 2 free throws. First one off the front iron, no good.
Engstrom so far this year, 79% from the line.
As Cannon and Nebe come back into the ball game for the Battlin Bears. And we got to have the 2-minute warning here. There's 2 minutes on the clock. Engstrom's second free throw's up and good. He goes 1 for 2 from the line, and the Digger's going to put full court pressure here. And the Bears struggling to get the ball in. Moorkirky comes up, gets it, goes to Longo. Longo with it in the backcourt, and Longo's going to be fouled by Engstrom. That's going to be 5 on Paul Engstrom.
Yeah, that's tough. He's had a great game. He fouls out with 11 points. He's done a great job on the boards. He might have a double-double, and that's tough. He had a good double team there on Longo. Longo was trying to pivot to get out of it. A little bit too much contact for the refs, and they whistled him for it.
And Longo goes to the line to shoot a couple free throws here. That one up and no good. I got that thing trained. Every time I get a text, it gets static. Did you notice that?
I have noticed that. Longo's second free throw up and good.
And the Diggers come back. Coates has it on the right side. Penetrates, and he's going to be fouled. And Coates will go back to the line and shoot 3 more. I'd like to know how many free throws we've shot in the last 4 minutes.
And Coates kind of forcing the refs in. Keenan and doing everything that he could to try and dissuade Coates from driving. But he's been making his living driving today and at the line. Coates is super aggressive. And it's hard for a defender to find that middle ground between, making it tough on him and fouling. And right now, the Bears not doing a good job.
And that foul was on Cannon, and we got a whistle and a foul as Vining's going to foul Graves right away here, 1:48. As Derek Graves will go to the charity stripe here to shoot 2.
Derek Graves, 69%, 29 of 42 so far this year, averaging about 8 points a game.
First free throw, he used all 360 degrees of that rim that time, and it fell through. 63-51, 1:48 to go in the ball game. Graves' second free throw's up and good. Vining inbounds the basketball as Coates will let it fall. Picks it up at half court. Coates goes to Vining. Vining has it on the left side, penetrates, puts up the 17-footer, no good. Big rebound by Moorkirky. Moorkirky gets it out to Nebe. Nebe takes it up the left side, and Nebe's going to be fouled by Jens Jr. 64-51 our score, 1:32 to go in the ball game.
And if you're Rocky, that's the guy you want at the line. Not only is he your leading scorer at 20 points per game, but he shoots very well from the line, 85%.
Rob Nebe makes the first free throw, 65-51. Nebe at the line, second one up as well. That's his 22nd point of the evening. We got our timeout on the floor. 1:32 to go in the ball game, 66-51. Rocky on top. We'll stay right here as next week we will be back here at the Fortin Center on Thursday. In our games next week, Rocky will take on Carroll. The women will play at 5:30. The men at 7:30 on Thursday. And then on Saturday, it'll be Montana Western coming to town. The women at 5:30, the men at 7:30. So we will be right back here the next 2 weekends, actually. That'll finish up the home season for the Battlin Bears unless we have a playoff game here. Otherwise, kind of a funny schedule this year. Jesse, we were on the road for 6 games, home for 6 games, and then go back on the road.
Yeah.
So kind of a weird deal. Hopefully we can figure something out so we don't have to play that schedule next year. As Coates comes back for the Diggers. 1:26 to go in the ball game. Skip pass, Williams, and he puts up a shot. And Vining underneath, he's going to be fouled. And it'll be Vining going to the line to shoot 2, and the foul's going to go against, I believe, yes, Taylor Longo's going to pick up his 4th personal foul.
Rocky all over that play as they tried to seal with a skip pass over the top to Akeem Johnson. And Akeem went up, thought he had it. I think it was Neby that came flying by, was going to block it. So Amir Johnson, pretty athletic kid on the wing, double pumped his 3, and it missed everything.
And it's going to be Chapman set to come in after the free throws as Vining hits the first one. 66-52 with 1:19 to go in the ball game. One shot left for Vining. It is up and good as Vining goes 2 for 2 from the line. Graves will inbound after the made basket. Moorkirky gets it to Neby, and Neby's going to be fouled by Goldseth.
Yeah, good job by Neby. He controlled that pass and crossed over just as Goldseth was about to take it away, and Neby to the line. I have to say, these last couple of games that we've seen Rocky play, their execution down the stretch has been really good, and it has definitely improved from what we saw earlier in the year.
Free throw shooting has been a lot better, especially down the stretch here. I think even on those the last few games on the road, Jesse, they shot very well down the stretch from the free throw line, and that enabled them to win a game here, there, and keeping one as well. So Neby hits both up, 68-53, 1:14 to go in the ball game. Coates comes back the other way. Big block by Moorkirky, and Neby picks up the loose ball. He'll be fouled. And it's going to go against Chapman. 1:07 to go, 68-53 our score.
If you were with us earlier in the broadcast, we kind of talked about Rocky's big win on Thursday over the number 1 team in the conference, Lewis and Clark, and talking to assistant coach James Bullock, wanted to keep that momentum going, and they've definitely done that. Kind of got off to a rough start, but in the second half, all Rocky as they open up this big lead. So this is a feel-good win, and this is a win that will give you that momentum for the next coming weeks.
And I think that big win part probably had a lot to do with that slow start in the first half. And that's kind of why I said Rocky had to start fast and to start this game, because after you come off a big emotional win like that, then you're just not the same. And I think that had a lot of effect the way Rocky played that first half, as Neby makes 2 from the line, 70-53. And the Diggers come back, and it's Vining underneath. He gets the basket, and he's fouled. Foul's going to go against Betcher.
Vining's had a pretty good game. He's a physical wing guy. He's been doing a good job underneath. He's got 11 points so far tonight as Trey Larson makes an appearance for Rocky.
As Trey Larson, a 6-foot freshman out of Gillette, Wyoming. Jesse, usually we talk about ordering supper, at these ball games. But the way this one's going, we might all have to order breakfast.
Yeah. What time is it?
Free throw up and good. And it's going to be Trey Johnson going to the line for the Battlin Bears, as he'll have a chance to get in the scoring column here as he's fouled.
Trey Larson's only played in 4 games so far this season. This will be his 5th. Scored, 10 points in those 4 games. He's 1 of 2 from the line.
And the lefter puts that one up and good. Yeah, Larson and Wacker were a couple kids that were on the JV team and brought up. right after Christmas there. Actually, Wacker played in the holiday tournament, and Larson started right after that. Misses the second one. Okiki gets the rebound, and the Diggers get it up to Chapman. His shot no good, and Larson goes up, gets the rebound, and out to Williams. Vining for three, top of the key. It's good. Coach O'Haron calling a timeout. 71-59 with 40 seconds to go. It's a full timeout. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
Montana Sportscast is proud to be the voice of Rocky Mountain College Battlin Bears football, as well as Rocky Mountain College Battlin Bears men's and women's basketball. Join us this fall on game day from Herb Clint Field as we bring you tailgate talk beginning at 11 a.m. with our pregame show at 12:30 and kickoff at 1 p.m. That's the Rocky Mountain College Battlin Bears on Montana Sportscast, a winning combination.
71-59 our score here from the Fortin Center. Rocky on top, 40 seconds to go as Vining hits a big three-pointer at the top of the key. Coach O'Haron takes a timeout. Well, Jesse, I want to thank you once again for helping me. I guess you did got fired from your clock job and all that stuff down there. So
yeah, I got one of the first games out here. I had to do the shot clock, and that was a little nerve-wracking. This is a lot less stressful than that. I actually made a couple of mistakes, and thankfully nobody noticed, and it didn't affect the game.
And Graves will inbound the basketball for the Battlin Bears, and they get it to Cannon, back to Graves, up to Larson. Larson with the basketball out in front, cross to Graves. Graves with it. 28 seconds. Cannon with the basketball. Coach Drykosen telling people to back up. Cannon has it out on top. There's about a 10-second differential shot clock, game clock. Cannon throws up the three-pointer, and it's going to be stay with the Battlin Bears as that one's going to go off of Tech. Derek Graves inbounds the basketball, gets it into Wacker. Wacker gets it back to Graves as the clock's going to run out. Rocky's going to win by 12. 71-59 is going to be our final score here from the Fortin Center. The Battlin Bears over the Diggers from Montana Tech. We'll take a 3-minute timeout. We'll come back, and Jesse will wrap up the stats after this 3-minute break.
Okay, kiddo, hold your fishing pole like this. Hey, good.
What does opportunity look like? Opportunity seizes the moment, knows timing is everything, and doesn't expect an open window to stay open forever.
Dad, I got a bite!
Opportunity knows some things just can't be planned, and can't be missed either.
Whoa, that's a big one!
First Interstate Bank. That's what opportunity looks like. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Out here, there are certain wisdoms we were raised on. Like patience is a virtue. Make that a necessity. And because necessity is the mother of invention, First Interstate Bank is proud to offer mobile banking. Transfer funds and check balances from your phone, anytime, anywhere, and keep making progress, even if you aren't really moving. First Interstate Bank. Neighbors helping neighbors in the place we call home. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Nothing like a cold bottle of Mountain Dew.
Calculating route. At the next stop, take a hard right.
Okay.
Turn up the radio.
You want me to do?
Louder.